Sports with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford is dealing with an aggravated disc in his back, which has prevented him from participating in drills throughout training camp. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports the team has called Stafford, quote, week to week, while being cautious with the 37-year-old quarterback. But the team has plans for him to be ready week one for their home opener against the Texans. Elsewhere, veteran receiver Keenan Allen is returning to the Chargers on a one-year, $8.5 million contract, according to the NFL Network insiders. Allen, who spent 11 seasons with the Bolts before a one-year stint in Chicago, ranked second in franchise history in receptions and receiving yards, trailing only Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. And number one overall pick Cam Ward will make his preseason debut for the Titans Saturday against the Buccaneers. Head coach Brian Callahan says Ward is expected to play a series or two. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products in next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly, and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me, and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Well, happy Thursday, the 7th day of August, 2025. August is just flying by, isn't it? We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Coming up, we'll take a look at world and California news, local news, update you on what's happening around the valley, and go in depth with the weather, touch on sports, a few other things, all heading your way. Yes, Roku is launching a new ad-free streaming service. Howdy. Yeah, Howdy costs $3 a month and includes almost 10,000 hours of content. $3 a month, that's cheap, but it's still $3 more than your brother-in-law's Netflix password, huh? Howdy? Yeah. Oh, well, it's, is there anything there that you really want to watch anyway? I don't know. All the content that is available on the internet, streaming channels and everything else, I pretty much just basically stick to live sports and old movies. Yeah, can't go wrong there. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
So, are you a believer in reincarnation?
Not really. not like that. It depends how we talk about it. I don't want to get into it. Not really. We'll just say that.
Okay, it's like extraterrestrials. Do I believe in them? I'm not going to say I believe in them, but I'm not going to say I don't believe in them. Okay? Yeah, show me some proof. I think I have proof of reincarnation. Okay? According to the Times of India, and I read the Times of India every day so I can catch up on the cricket scores. Anyway, the Times of India says a 2-year-old boy in India killed a cobra that slithered too close to him. The little boy bit the cobra so hard it died. Now, to me, this proves reincarnation, right? I mean, think about it. Ozzy dies, then 2 weeks later he comes back in his next life as a baby, bites the head off a snake, and breaks the internet again. Isn't that about right?
It's not too far off.
Yeah. Okay. And perhaps you've been following Texas House Democrats fled the state of Texas to Illinois to avoid a quorum where Governor Pritzker welcomed them to the Chicago Hilton. Pritzker of Illinois If you're aware, 4 of the last 10 Illinois governors went to prison. Illinois, the only state where the governor rides around in a limo that bears a license plate made by the previous governor. That's Illinois. Vote early, vote often. Even the dead shall rise and vote on Election Day. We've got birthdays to celebrate. Funny guy, humorist Garrison Kyler is 83, a Prairie Home companion. Actor John Glover, 81. Actor David Rashi is 81. Actor Carolyn Aaron is 73. Actor Wayne Knight, 70. And let's see, singer Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, 67. Actor David Duchovny is 65. Or is he? From the X-Files? Actor Delane Matthews, 64. Actor Harold Perrineau, 62. Actor David Mann, 59. Actor Sidney Penny is 54. Actor Greg Serrano, 53. Actor Michael Shannon is 51. Actor Charlize Theron is 50. Actor Eric Johnson, 46. Actor Liam James is 29. I think Liam is the hot new name. Now let's check in. We got a big list, big list of local birthdays, so pay attention. We've got happy birthday wishes going out to Bill Whitman, Andres Rodriguez, Michael Fisher, Corina Zamaripa, Barbara Fusi, Cheyenne Robinson, Tony Pizeno, Kayla Hernandez, Angie Mascarena, Andy Lara, Frankie Garcia, Michael Barraza, Armando Ramirez, Bucky Peterson, Denise Dermos, Diana Martinez, Elaine Salgado, Hope Dagnino, Jesse Espinosa, John Vindiola, Myra Armenta, Nettie Williams, Renee Davis Hillix, Robert Leftwich, Jamie Goodwin, Mario De La Torre, and Kimberly Patera. Happy birthday from KXO. I said it was a big list, and yesterday we reported that a strike team headed out to the Gold Fire in San Bernardino County. But yesterday morning, another strike team departed. It was made up of firefighters from Imperial County, Calexico, Holtville, and they are now at the Rosa Fire in Riverside County. And they're helping to put down the smoke that was quite evident in the air yesterday in the valley. So, okay, and that's probably why air quality moderate, basically, throughout the valley right now. Are you ready for news?
News time.
We've got a look at world and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They'll keep you up to date about the air that we're breathing, real-time updates about the air, about the smoke, the quality of the air. It's the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District.
CBS News Brief. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll's paid tribute to a group of soldiers who tackled a sergeant after he opened fire at Fort Stewart in Georgia, wounding 5 others.
The Army does not want these moments to happen, but it stands ready when necessary to act and care for those when it does.
3 of the injured have been released from the hospital. The other 2 are expected to recover. With tomorrow's deadline for a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine looming, Vladimir Putin says he hopes to meet with President Trump in person next week. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg from Moscow.
President Putin himself said that Russia had lots of friends in the world who could offer to be the venue, to be the location. For example, he said the United Arab Emirates.
One car maker is bracing after President Trump's new tariffs took effect today. WWJ's Jeff Gilbert.
Toyota, now the world's largest car maker, saw its profits down 37% from the same period last year. Tariffs were the major issue.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. humidity.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news: the Gifford fire burning 91,000 acres in the Los Padres National Forest, now 9% contained. Warming conditions in the region again today.
We'll see temperatures widespread across the fire in the 90s, maybe even some low 100s in some lower elevation spots. And so that's going to create a very elevated fire weather concern out there.
Fire meteorologist Rich Thompson. A new study says the death toll from this year's Eaton and Palisades fires in the Los Angeles area may be far higher than originally thought. 440 people dying of fire-related issues, the result of people having already compromised health getting worse.
These deaths are not only attributable to the direct effects of the wildfires, which include those 30 confirmed deaths, but also people living with lung or heart conditions whose disease was exacerbated by smoke or stress.
Study author Andrew Stokes. 3 children injured during the war in Gaza, landing in the Bay Area to receive treatment. Latest group of kids sent by Hail Palestine. Gas prices in the state, $4.50 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org. Get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and top users make $200 to $300 per month.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUMPER25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUMPER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BUMPER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
And it is page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment, but you can schedule an appointment at Quick Lane or schedule an appointment for a mobile service van. Go on elcentromotors.net.
Department of Homeland Security is removing age limits for new hires. The department said that to meet the goal of hiring 10,000 new staff members, current immigration and customs enforcement applicants must be 21 years old and no older than 37 or 40, depending on the position. But new guidelines means that the applicant minimum age is now 18. And there is now no cap as to how old you can be. The Department of Homeland Security is the primary agency for immigration enforcement and has received a significant bump in budget to expand hiring. And a jury reaches a guilty verdict. It was reached last week and announced by the County District Attorney's Office this week. Rodrigo Flores Gomez was found guilty of first-degree murder with willful premeditation and deliberation. It was determined that he had murdered his estranged wife in April of last year. Sandy Favela and her 16-year-old daughter had obtained a restraining order against the suspect in February 2024. Buckley police had arrested the defendant in early April of last year for violating the order as well as being under the influence of narcotics. He was released, and later that month he beat his estranged wife to death, placing her body in her vehicle and driving the vehicle to the Mercer Park. He was later arrested for murder after admitting the crime to police. While in county jail, he was caught trying to escape. Sentencing for both the murder and attempted escape are scheduled for August 22nd. KXO News Time, 7:42.
Scheduling your automotive service appointment at El Centro Motors just got easier. Visit elcentromotors.net. Follow the prompts. Sign in. Schedule your service appointment at your selected location. It's easier and faster than ever before. elcentromotors.net. Schedule an appointment at any of the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers at El Centro Motor Service Department or one of the mobile service vans that comes to you. elcentromotors.net. Schedule now.
Transit center drug bust. An eagle-eyed Brawley police officer saw a drug-related activity happening at the Brawley Transit Center. And, well, George Gale's here to tell you what followed.
In the early morning hours on Saturday, the officer was reviewing video camera footage related to a separate case when he noticed suspicious activity at the transit center. The officer responded to the center and contacted 3 individuals. One of the 3 was arrested on multiple drug-related charges. Over 102 grams of methamphetamine was seized. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial County Sheriff's Office will host a presentation on the risks of tobacco use today. It'll be from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. The presentation will feature ICSO school liaison officers at the Imperial Public Library. Featured will be a short-term and long-term effects of tobacco use and the serious risks that are involved. The tobacco education and prevention presentation, again, will be from 1 to 2 p.m. today at the Imperial Public Library. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at El Centro Motors in your driveway or in the parking lot at work with their mobile service vans as well.
Teachers, head back to class in style. Your local Goodwill store has casual, comfortable clothing and shoes for those long days on your feet. Find everything you need for science projects and arts and crafts activities. Keep your classroom organized with baskets and bins for storage, all at the right price to fit your budget. And Goodwill uses revenues from our stores to fund free employment services and job training programs in our community. Find out more.
Visit ivgoodwill.org. Goodwill, making good happen.
And page 2 of the local news with weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
The month of August is Child Support Awareness Month. Here is George Gale.
The Imperial County Board of Supervisors made the proclamation at their recent meeting. Proclamation recognizes the essential work of professionals dedicated to ensuring the well-being of children and supporting families in the community. The proclamation highlights the importance of child support in fostering healthy child development and reaffirms Imperial County's commitment to strengthening families. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Brawley Police Department have a new tool in their efforts to combat crime and protect the safety of the public. It is a cutting-edge robotic canine. They call it Max. Max was introduced to the public Wednesday. The unveiling was said at the Lion Center. They say Max is a revolutionary step forward in autonomous security and public safety technology. Go RoboDog. And looks like a 23-year-old memory is to be honored out of Mexicali. Here's George Gale.
Melissa Galvan, a Mexicali firefighter, lost her life in a collision last week. Galvan and 2 others were responding to an incident in Algodones when the fire vehicle went out of control that they were in and rolled. Galvan suffered fatal injuries, and the 2 others suffered serious injuries in that incident. City of Mexicali has announced the fire station in the Ejido Hermosillo will be renamed in her honor. Station is where Melissa Galvan will first work as a volunteer, and it is where her father and brother still work as firefighters. August 22nd is the Day of the Firefighters in Mexico. That is when the ceremony will be held to rename the fire station the Melissa Galvan Station. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And it looks like Imperial Valley Equity and Justice have 2 town hall meetings in collaboration with other nonprofit partners. They will be hosting 2 free public events. Valley Unido is hosting the 2 town halls also, and it'll be to talk about Lithium Valley and its impact on Imperial County. Learn how new development could affect your land, water, and health, and how your voice can make a difference. The next scheduled meeting is August 13th at 6 p.m. at 571 Main Street in El Centro. And the county job fair looks like it'll be a major job fair. It'll be held tomorrow, August 8th, and it's going to be held at the Imperial Valley Mall from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. all day long. Job fair going on, and a job fair will bring together employers who are hiring now and job training programs to help you gain new skills and, local, state, and federal resources to support your family. That's all going to be tomorrow at the Imperial Valley Mall from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. KXO News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at weather coming up next.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
115 our high in the valley yesterday, 80 the overnight low. According to the National Weather Service, extreme heat will persist the next couple of days with readings about 10 degrees above normal and challenging record levels. Extreme heat warnings remain in effect through tomorrow across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Today will be sunny and hot with a high near 118. Light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 85. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming south-southeast after midnight. Sunny and hot on Friday with a high near 113. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 112. East-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. And Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 112. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 91 degrees downtown, 20% relative humidity. Wind out of the south at 325 miles an hour. Air quality is good in Nyland, moderate everywhere else in the valley. Page 2 of the local news presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Hello, all you buckaroos. This is Cowboy Bob, star of Stage, Screen, Radar, and Restroom, the working girl's friend. Luke's Casino is the oldest restaurant in downtown Yuma, where the elite meet and locals eat. Luke's Gretna Green Wedding Chapel can coordinate weddings and receptions to accommodate over 150 people. Celebration of life with dignity and affordable. Visit us today at Luke's Casino, 221 Main Street in downtown Yuma.
It's sports time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining two hospitals to better serve you. Padres came back late, beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. Meanwhile, the Dodgers were on the short end of a 5-3 score against the Cardinals. Mariners topped the White Sox 8-6. Brewers beat the Braves 5-4. Royals over the Red Sox 7-3. Nationals squeaked by the Athletics 2-1. Marlins topped the Astros 6-4. Rays edged the Angels 5-4. Blue Jays bombed the Rockies 20-1. Another blowout for the Blue Jays. I won't say the Rockies were embarrassed, but basically the Rockies a double-A club. Yankees won. They slipped by the Rangers 3-2. Cubs topped the Reds 6-1. Twins over the Tigers 9-4. Guardians beat the Mets 4-1. Giants beat the Pirates 4-2. And the Orioles over the Phillies 5-1. The Boston Red Sox signed outfielder Roman Anthony to an 8-year contract extension, locking up the former number one prospect in baseball in the middle of his standout rookie season.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together. Healthier tomorrow.
And NFL players can breathe easy again. Well, at earlier this week, the NFL issued a memo that you couldn't use smelling salts during a game. And anyway, the NFL Players Association said, wait a minute, let's clarify this. And they did. And okay, take a whiff of this. Been there, done that. Okay, that explains a lot of things in my life. After the first quarter of Ohio State's preseason practices, the competition between Julian Sayin and Lincoln Kienholz for the starting quarterback spot remains close to call. So we won't call it. The competition continues, according to Coach Ryan Day. WNBA action. It was the Aces over the Valkyries, 78-72. Don't forget, we've got football Saturday, the Cowboys and the Rams on FM 107.5, the Ram station for the Valley. Sports Time has been brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future. It's the Imperial Valley Healthcare District.
Y'all ready for this?
Are you ready for football?
Are you ready for it?
Get ready for the Rams.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams on FM 107.5. An offense led by Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, Tyler Higbee, and a shutdown defense put the Rams in the race for the Super Bowl. Catch all the Los Angeles Rams games on FM 107.5. And on AM 1230, we have over 50 primetime NFL games. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night is on AM 1230. No streaming fees. Tune in on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 free. Don't forget high school football. The Imperial Valley's most experienced coverage of high school football on AM 1230 and on our Facebook page. John Triple and Carroll Buckley bring you the Centro Spartans or Southwest Eagles, while Mickey Dale and Jorge Grijaldo will once again bring the Imperial Tigers to your ears.
Are you ready?
Football alive and well with the Rams on FM 107.5, NFL Primetime, and high school action on AM 1230 and Facebook. And let's take a look at some financial news. A brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, your construction site, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. President Donald Trump demanded the resignation of Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan following reports and allegations that he has ties to China. The CEO of Intel is highly conflicted and must resign immediately. There is no other solution to this problem. Thank you for attention to this problem. Trump posted that on Truth Social. The call comes just days after Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton raised concerns and pressed the chair of Intel's board over the CEO's alleged connections to China, questioning the integrity of the company and its impact on U.S. national security. Japan's Toyota Motor said today that it expected a profit hit of nearly $10 billion from tariffs on cars imported into the U.S., the highest such estimate yet by any company. The world's top-selling car maker also cut by 16% its forecast for full-year operating profit, reflecting challenges for global manufacturers grappling with rising costs from U.S. levies on cars, parts, steel, and aluminum. It's honestly very difficult for us to predict what will happen regarding the market environment, according to Toyota's head of finance. He said they will keep making cars for U.S. customers regardless of tariff impact. And what, you order from Temu or Shein? Yeah. Well, Last week, a global trade loophole allowing smaller parcels into America duty-free was closed by executive order. The closure means Chinese mega shippers like Shein and Temu will pass those costs of the duties on down to the consumer. Right now, we see confliction on the big board. The Dow off 236 points at 43,957. The S&P 500 is even at 63.44. The NASDAQ up 102 points at 21,270. Gold up 16.30 an ounce, and oil is down 16 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 118, light wind becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 85. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming south-southeast after midnight. Friday, sunny and hot with a high near 113. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 93 degrees downtown El Centro, 18% relative to humidity. There is some haze, some smoke in the valley. Wind out of the south-southwest at about 3. Air quality good in Nyland, moderate everywhere else in the valley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Trump used social media to hail the new tariffs that have taken hold against dozens of countries as of today. CBS's Aaron Navarro at the White House.
The administration is projecting $300 billion in new revenue. That's up from the $77 billion collected from tariffs in 2024. That is money that goes to the Treasury and is, of course, worth watching on what the federal government does with that. They've talked about using that to pay down national deficit, but President Trump has also said and entertained some sort of rebate check.
Well, CBS's Kelly O'Grady on the outlook for consumers.
Your Swiss chocolate is not going up immediately this morning because of these tariffs, because a lot of these companies have that inventory. Now, I will also note that if companies had ordered inventory before midnight tonight and it gets here before October 5th, they're not going to pay a tariff. So we expect a lot of companies did front load some of that ordering.
With secondary sanctions from the U.S., a possibility against Russia tomorrow. CBS's Ramy Inocencio reports there are indications of Vladimir Putin meeting with President Trump is taking shape.
President Putin has at least floated one possible country for that meeting to happen in the Middle East, and that is the United Arab Emirates.
The U.S. Army has honored 6 soldiers who helped end yesterday's shooting at Fort Stewart. First Sergeant Joshua Arnold was one of them.
We heard what sounded like gunshots. Immediately had medical services, combat medics, myself, and Sergeant Taylor respond. We rendered aid.
5 soldiers were wounded. An Army sergeant is in custody. United Airlines is working through the fallout today after hundreds of flights were grounded overnight due to a technical issue that the airline says has been resolved. CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports the Transportation Department's looking into it.
Secretary Duffy says he's been in touch with United CEO about this issue. United says it is not cybersecurity related. Delays and cancellations this morning largely have to do with planes that didn't make it to their final destination last night, so they had to cancel those first of the morning flights, including here in Indianapolis.
A new study from a group that backs tech regulation finds that ChatGPT told researchers posing as teens how to get alcohol and drugs, suggested how to hide eating disorders, even generated a suicide note. CBS's Jolene Kent.
The study found that with minimal pushing, like saying this research was being done for a project, the bot's guardrails were easily bypassed, and then ChatGPT would provide information that would otherwise violate OpenAI's content policy.
Wall Street, the Dow is down 200 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credits plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
A groundbreaking musician has died.
Pianist, composer, and band leader Eddie Palmieri was the first Latino to ever win a Grammy Award. He went on to win 7 more. Palmieri was born in Spanish Harlem in 1936 and ushered in the golden age of salsa music. He performed at the age of 11 at Carnegie Hall, released almost 40 albums, and produced music into his 80s. The Smithsonian recorded 2 of his concerts for the catalog of the National Museum of American History. His family says Eddie Palmieri died at his home in New Jersey after an extended illness. He was 88. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
NFL players have been told they can continue to use smelling salts during games, but they can't be handed out by team employees. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.